One of my New Year resolution was to read 3 books in the first quarter of the year. And even though that seemed impossible for someone who struggles to read like just one book in like 3 months, and I decided to now say, okay, let's read 3 books in 3 months. That means 1 book per month. And at first, I felt like that was a small goal because people were saying they want to read like 50 something books in a year. They want to read. I'm like, okay. But anyway, I was like, let me do what works for me, because I spoke with my friend, and then she was like, I'm just setting a realistic goal. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm setting a realistic goal, and I was fine with that. And then now here I am, I'm on my 5th book for the year, right? And it's fascinating. How did I get to 5th book for the year? And although reading this is slow, because I've had more workload now than I had in the beginning of the year. So how have I been able to read 5 books? What I usually do is read, at least I try as much as possible to read during my devotions or at night at night when I'm about to go to bed. So I just pick my book, drop my phone in the parlor, pick my book and head to the room, right? So yeah, that's not the essence of this video, right? So that being said, while reading this book, I discovered that there was something that was so strong in me that I did not want to admit. Even though I knew it was the truth, right? I just did not want to admit it. Not until I got to page 55 rather, where Napoleon said, if you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you don't if you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. Yada yada yada. Then, but soon or later, the one who wins is the one who thinks he can. And when I was reading this part, there was one part of the Bible that came into my mind, and that's like, as a man thinketh, so is he, right? So, and that's when I just finally accepted defeat and admitted to the truth I was uncomfortable with. And what was that truth? The truth that I thought I was a bad luck. I thought that if they packed 50 people in a room and they needed to kill just one person, I would be one person. If somebody came to save every other person in the room and they did not want to save one person, I would be that one person. If there was opportunity for everybody, once it's about to get to my turn, they'll make excuses. Once it's about to get to my turn, they'll make excuses. So that's the kind of idea that I've nurtured about myself for a very long time, right? And while reading this book, I realized that I need to learn to also feed myself while I'm feeding my mind, while I'm trying to proclaim words into the day, like my day is great, my day is productive, all of those things. I should also learn to invest words in myself. Words like Grace, you are highly favored. Grace, you are beautiful. Grace, you are favored. So saying all those kind of words consciously is very important to yourself. Not because there are times when you do not necessarily know, you have a faith that something is going to happen, but you don't know that it's your belief of yourself, in yourself, that is fighting the things that you want to happen. Because yes, you have faith that it will happen, but you don't have faith that you have the ability to make it happen. So it's like this, you're fighting 2 things at the same time, right? And you are the one fighting yourself. So one thing I just want every one of us to take notice, while we are sending words into the earth to make it fertile, right? We should also send words into ourselves, send words into our minds, send words everywhere, so that our minds can be fertile too, right? So it's not just me declaring words into the earth, proclaiming, saying words about my day, saying words about my job, but I remember that it's still me who will still have to do those things, right? So it's like, Grace, you are intelligent. Grace, you have wisdom. Grace, you understand what I'm saying? So beyond, as I go into the day, fine, but decree into yourself, right? Because you don't know when that thought might just slide into your mind. But Grace, you know you are a loser. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Have a wonderful week. Bye bye.